In today's Infiniti FX50 video, we shall be replacing the filters. These are the intake filters, also known as the engine filters. This vehicle uses two of them. I'll pop the hood shortly and I'll be showing the location of these filters. But the only tool I usually need is a flathead screwdriver. You're welcome to pick your choice of a pry tool, but for the sizes of the clips that we have to deal with, this one only. So let me show you the part numbers while we're here. If this filter looks like it's got some old Nissan color scheme to it, it is correct, because these part numbers right here, 16546-30P00, same part numbers used for the 300ZX, so the 92 and whatever that generation was, they use the same intake filter, and it's the same one used for the M56 among others. So let's do this. Alright, so the intake filters are located here. See this tube over here? That's your intake tube. Then there's the other one. So remove these covers, and this is what I needed the tool for. I've got a push clip over here. Okay. I said maybe a better pry tool would work. And once this is out, this is now loose. Pull it backwards, or rather to the front of the vehicle. Okay, because you've got these hooks over here, two of them. On my passenger side, I don't have any clips holding it down, so all I have to do is watch out for the windshield reservoir cap. Then pull this up and forward. I'll set this one back in here. And this is it. It's pretty simple. So removal is pretty simple. You've got two clips over here. Pull it up. I wonder what I'm fighting. I'm fighting the filter. Oh, color purple. I already know what this is. Don't like it. This is a K&N air filter. I am not a fan of these. I prefer using OEM filters anytime I can. Yep, sure enough, K&N. Reminds me of my motorcycle days. And so for replacement, I already went through took the liberty of taking those out of the bags. So now for replacement, what I need to do is just get these. Make sure during installation that the pleats will be facing the front of the vehicle. This will be the first point of contact for air coming in. Gets filtered out and then sent into the engine. Don't just drop it in there, because as you can tell, it's pretty loose. What you need to do is set this into this bracket, and it won't really go any other way. It will only go this way. But oh yeah, great. So this is the reason I don't like the K&N ones, and I preempted this and just got a rag, or rather paper towel. I was anticipating getting in here and just cleaning around. I usually like to do that just to be secure. Thankfully it's not too dirty in there. The bracket and intake airbox design doesn't allow too much dirt to get down there. However, there is a little bit of it over here, and this grime. Let's put this over here. There's a lot of grime. This is why I don't like the K&N air filters. The oiled filters especially, yeah, not a big fan of them. So I suppose if someone is interested in them, just let me know and I can send them to you and can have fun. But for me, no, I don't like the oiled filters at all. So it depends on how thorough you want to get with this. Sometimes, you know, if you have the time, you can take this and wash it off, vacuum it, sweep it, whatever you want to do really. For me, this is good enough. I'm going to smack it on the ground, well, my hand a little bit. Nothing else is coming out. And so I declare this one ready and fit for duty. So what I'm going to do is get this one here, install it into the bracket, nice and snug, and then send this down here. And just like I removed it, push this clip down and the other one down. Nice and secure. That's it. That's all it takes to do it on that side. On the other side, you wouldn't expect it to be any different, but you know, I've worked in cars long enough that I know that I should always be prepared for surprise. So, removal. Pull this up. There you go. It was a little tough to get it out. Boy, the oil. Just got my hands so, look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but my hands feel filthy. So I'm gonna knock this down. I'm not gonna do this over the car this time. This one seemed to have a little more dirt and grime around it, so a good amount of dirt flew out. As I said, if you want to get very anal about it, you could, you know, wash it with soap and water, but for all intents and purposes, this is all it takes. I know I'll be replacing those filters pretty soon. I absolutely don't like that this vehicle came with oiled K&N filters, and so at some point in the near future, I'll be taking my mass airflow sensors out to clean them, just in case, but for now it's not too crucial. Plus, I've been running the car, so those are hot. You don't want to spray any cleaner on them when they're hot still. And I'll take a glance in there. I'll send it in, might as well. Thankfully, due to the intake design over here, you don't really get too much dirt going past the filter. So I'll get the other one ready as well. I don't know what kind of, a little bit of dirt, dust. Don't know where that came from. Make sure it's seated well. And then slide it back in there. Again, make sure the gasket side sits on the back, the plain pleated side sits in front. But as I said, there's really no other way to install it. You know, so whoa. I like this. Why did the M56 not use a similar design, huh? They use the same filter anyway. It's a rhetorical question. The answer is the people that design these vehicles have a bigger budget than I do, and for them to not get something out of their parts bin, there must be a really good reason for them to do that. So they looked at it and optimized it for whatever floor dynamics and floor characteristics they wanted, and said that a different air intake design was going to serve the M56 better. That's it with regards to Infiniti FX50 air intake service, air intake filter service. And at this point, I'll just put the covers back on and call it good. So remember, I said we have. Okay, I said that we do have some hooks back there, and those hooks go into this slot and this one here. So I push this back, just making sure it feels like it's seated somewhere. Oh, missed it. There you go. That's good. And then set this down. And then when it comes to the front, just find the hole. Push this in. There you go. And that'll do it for that side. For the passenger side, it's just as easy. Pull the windshield reservoir cap off. Align it through the hole. Yeah, well, why did I? Well, sometimes, well, I suppose this one doesn't really need that. My bad. I was remembering the M45 one. It just barely made it through. There's an advantage to owning many different cars or dealing with many different cars, but then there's a little bit of a disadvantage too. You get confused over such minor details. Okay, that's fine. Made it through. So I'll get some time and get another clip to hold this one down. It hasn't rattled or anything. It's not really bothering me, but just for completeness, I would love for it to be there. Otherwise, that's it. I think I've recorded this video as best as I could as a real-time video. I'm not going to speed through anything, show you everything that happens, including the little goof-ups like this situation over here. Man, I promise, I always thought, because every time I removed it, it would pop off, so I just figured it wasn't large enough to go through. Alright, all the best, guys. And as I said, if someone has a strong desire for K&N air filters, hit me up, let me know. I'll ship them to you. I don't want them.